Hey everyone, welcome back to our show, Everyday English with John and Sarah.
Hi guys, I'm Sarah.
And I'm John. Today we're going to talk about your evening routine.
Yeah, what you do after work, after school, when the day is almost finished, how you relax, eat, study, and get ready to sleep.
So, if someone asks you, what's your evening routine? After this episode, you'll know exactly what to say.
And, as always, we'll keep the English a little bit slow and we'll repeat important phrases so you can really understand them.
So, get comfortable, grab a drink, and let's start.
Okay, John. First question. What time does your evening usually start?
Good question. My evening starts when I finish work. I usually finish work at around 5:30 p.m.
So what's the first thing you do after work?
Honestly, the first thing I do is complain.
Complain?
Yeah, I walk out of the office and I'm like, wow, that was a long day.
Same. I do that too. I always say, I'm so tired.
So here's a useful phrase for everyone. It was a long day, or I had a long day.
Yeah, that's perfect English. You can say it to your friends, to your family, even to your cat.
Especially to your cat. Cats understand the drama.
Okay, but after you're done complaining, what do you do?
I usually go home by bus. So I might say, after work, I take the bus home.
Nice and simple. For me, I usually say, after work, I drive home because I have a car.
And if you walk, you can say, after work, I walk home.
So you can start your answer like this. After work, I take the bus home. After work, I drive home. After work, I walk home.
Okay, I get home around 6 p.m. or 6:30 p.m. And the first thing I do is take off my shoes.
Yes, that's important vocabulary. Take off my shoes.
So I can say, when I get home, I take off my shoes and put down my bag.
For me, it's similar. I get home, I take off my shoes, and then I change my clothes.
Right, Sarah likes to be comfortable.
Absolutely. So I might say, when I get home, I change into something comfortable.
That's a really natural phrase, change into something comfortable.
You can also say, first, I like to relax for a few minutes.
Yeah, sit on the sofa, breathe, think about life.
Think about food.
Mostly food, yeah.
So after you arrive home, do you rest first or do you start cooking?
I usually rest first. I need to switch off my brain.
Switch off is a great phrase. It means to stop thinking about work, to relax your mind.
Exactly. So I can say, when I get home, I like to sit on the sofa and switch off for a bit.
What do you do when you switch off?
I usually check my phone, scroll through social media, and watch some short videos.
Same. I always say, I'll watch one video, and then suddenly it's 40 minutes.
Yeah, that's the classic trap. You think just 5 minutes, and then it's, oh no, where did my evening go?
So, to describe this in English, you can say, I sit on the sofa and scroll on my phone for a while, or I watch some videos to relax.
Nice and simple.
Okay, now the important question. Dinner.
Ah, yes, the main event.
Do you cook
Or do you order food?
It depends. Sometimes I cook, sometimes I'm lazy, and I order food.
Same. So, how do you describe that in English?
You can say, in the evening, I usually cook dinner. Or, in the evening, I sometimes order food.
What do you usually cook?
Something easy. Pasta, eggs, a simple salad. I'm not a chef.
So you might say, I usually cook something simple for dinner.
Yeah, that's a great sentence. I usually cook something simple for dinner.
For me, I often say, I like to cook a light dinner. Nothing too heavy.
If you want to sound natural, you can use this structure. In the evening, I usually have food. For example, in the evening, I usually have soup and bread. In the evening, I usually have rice and chicken.
Exactly. And don't forget the verb have for food. We say have dinner, not eat dinner in most cases.
Right. We often say, I have dinner at around 7 p.m.
So, John, what time do you usually have dinner?
I usually have dinner at around 7:30 p.m.
Nice. I usually have dinner at around 7 p.m., so it's similar.
Okay, so after dinner, what happens in your evening routine?
After dinner, I like to unwind.
Unwind is another good word. It means to relax after being busy or stressed.
Yeah, so I can say after dinner, I like to unwind by watching a series.
Or after dinner, I like to unwind with a cup of tea.
Do you watch TV shows in the evening?
Yes, I do. I usually watch one episode of a series.
Just one?
Okay, sometimes 2 or 3. Don't judge me.
So, to talk about this, you can say, in the evening, I like to watch a TV show. Or, after dinner, I usually watch an episode of my favorite series.
And if you like YouTube, you can say, I usually watch some YouTube videos in the evening.
Yes, maybe English learning videos like this one.
Nice plug, Sarah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, many listeners study English in the evening, right?
Yes, that's true. So we should help them talk about that.
If you study in the evening, you can say, in the evening, I like to study English for about 30 minutes.
Or, after dinner, I usually spend some time learning English.
Or even, I try to learn something new every evening.
That sounds very good. Very responsible. Very adult.
Yeah, I try. I don't always succeed, but I try.
So, what do you actually do?
Honestly, I study maybe 3 evenings a week.
That's not bad. 3 is better than 0.
True. So I might say, a few evenings a week, I study English and review new words.
Nice. And if you like podcasts, you can say, in the evening, I like to listen to English podcasts before bed.
Like this one.
Exactly.
Okay, let's move to the last part of the evening routine, getting ready for bed.
Yes. So, John, what time do you usually go to bed?
I usually go to bed at around 11 p.m.
I normally go to bed around 10:30 p.m. I like to sleep a little earlier.
So a simple sentence is, I usually go to bed at around 11 p.m.
But before that, there is a small routine, right?
Yes, we can say, before bed, I brush my teeth, wash my face, and change into my pajamas.
Exactly. These are very common phrases. I brush my teeth. I wash my face. I take a shower. I put on my pajamas.
You can also say, before I go to bed, I check my phone one last time.
One last time. Famous last words.
Right. Then suddenly it's 1 a.m.
So true. Sometimes I read a book before bed. So I can say, before bed, I like to read for a while.
That sounds very healthy. I think my evening routine would be better if I did that.
You can start tonight.
Maybe. We'll see.
Okay, now let's put it all together, but slowly, so our listeners can hear a full example.
Great idea. Do you want to go first?
Sure, I'll describe my evening routine in a slow, simple way. Sarah's evening routine. Slow example. On weekdays, my evening starts when I finish work. I usually finish work at around 5:30 p.m. After work, I drive home. When I get home, I take off my shoes and change into something comfortable. Then I sit on the sofa and relax for a few minutes. Sometimes I scroll on my phone or watch a short video just to switch off. I usually have dinner at around 7 p.m. I like to cook a light dinner, for example, some salad and chicken, or soup and bread. After dinner, I like to unwind. I often watch a TV series or a couple of YouTube videos. A few evenings a week, I also study English. I listen to English podcasts or review new vocabulary for about 30 minutes. Before bed, I brush my teeth, wash my face, and put on my pajamas. I usually go to bed at around 10:30 p.m. Before I sleep, I like to read a little bit, and then I turn off the light and go to sleep.
That was great. Slow, clear, and very natural.
Thanks. Now it's your turn.
John's evening routine. Slow example. On a normal day, I finish work at about 5:30 p.m. After work, I take the bus home. When I get home, I take off my shoes and put my bag down. Then I sit on the sofa and relax for a bit. I usually scroll on my phone and watch some short videos just to switch off my brain. I have dinner at around 7:30 p.m. Sometimes I cook something simple, like pasta or eggs, and sometimes I order food if I'm too tired to cook. After dinner, I like to unwind by watching a TV show or a movie. If I'm not too tired, I also study a little English or read something interesting online. Before I go to bed, I take a shower, brush my teeth, and change into my pajamas. I usually go to bed at around 11 p.m. Sometimes I listen to a podcast in bed until I feel sleepy, and then I turn off my phone and go to sleep.
Okay, I have a question. Which part of your evening routine is your favorite?
I think my favorite part is dinner.
Of course, food.
What about you?
My favorite part is when everything is done and I'm in my pajamas, on the sofa, with tea, watching something.
So, maximum comfort mode.
Exactly. I call it cozy mode.
Nice. So, here's a nice sentence for our listeners. In the evening, I like to relax and get into cozy mode.
That sounds really natural.
Okay, now it's your turn. You can pause this audio and try to describe your evening routine. Use some of the phrases we used today.
For example, start like this. After work, I usually, or in the evening, I like to.
Talk slowly. Use simple sentences. It's totally okay.
You can even write your evening routine first, then read it out loud.
That's a great way to practice speaking.
Okay, everyone, that was our episode about how to talk about your evening routine in English.
We hope the conversation was fun, a little bit funny, and most importantly, clear and slow enough for you to follow.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to practice by talking about your evening routine.
And of course, remember to follow, subscribe, and join us next time for more everyday English conversations.
Thanks for listening.
Bye!
Bye!